Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Awards Gambit. I hope everybody is having a great 2025 so far. I'm here today to talk about the 2025 Critics' Choice Awards. The Critics' Choice Awards are this Friday, February 7th. You can find them on E! At 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. They'll be hosted by Chelsea Handler for the third year in a row. We got a lot of great movies nominated here. I'm excited to see what happens. I hope something shakes up some of our closest races here. So, without further ado, why don't we just jump right into the predictions? First up, for Best Picture, the nominees are A Complete Unknown, Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, Sing Sing, The Substance, and Wicked. What a great lineup of films we have this year. Best Picture this year is still pretty up in the air when it comes to the Oscars. We don't have a front runner yet. I feel like there's like 5 or 6 films that could win the top prize of the Oscars. And for this category, for the Critics' Choice Awards, I'm predicting The Brutalist to win. I feel like The Brutalist is one of a few critics' faves here. It got a plethora of nominations here. I definitely think it's going to win in some other categories. It won the Golden Globe for Best Drama, and I feel like sometimes the Critics' Choice just likes to hop on what the Golden Globes do. I personally love The Brutalist. I saw it a few weeks ago. I thought it was an epic film. So I'm rooting for The Brutalist. I think it can pull it off. I mean, anything like Anora or Emilia Perez, Wicked, Conclave, like I wouldn't be totally surprised if any of those won. I just have a feeling about The Brutalist winning here, and so I'm going to stick with it. For Best Actor, the nominees are Adrien Brody for The Brutalist, Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Daniel Craig for Queer, Colman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, and Hugh Grant for Heretic. My prediction for this category is Adrien Brody for The Brutalist. He won the Golden Globe. He gave an unbelievable performance in The Brutalist. He's in almost every scene for 3.5 hours. It just feels undeniable at this point. I mean, I think Timothée Chalamet is definitely a strong competitor, especially with the rise of A Complete Unknown overperforming at almost every single award show. But Critics' Choice, I feel like, is Adrien Brody. He has been winning a lot of Critics' Awards. He won the Golden Globe. Critics' Choice loves to copy Golden Globes. I feel good about predicting Adrien Brody. I think if Timothée Chalamet would win anything, it would be BAFTA or SAG. I think he has a really good shot at SAG. Maybe wouldn't sleep on Colman Domingo for Sing Sing just because he's won the most Critics' Awards for this category, even more than Adrien Brody, and Sing Sing did do well at Critics' Choice. It got 5 nominations, which is more than A Complete Unknown got. So, I mean, if there's anywhere that they want a reward Colman Domingo, it would be here, but that's a little bit of a long shot, and I'm sticking with Adrien Brody, and I'm very confident in that pick. For Best Actress, the nominees are Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, Marianne Jean-Baptiste for Hard Truths, Angelina Jolie for Maria, Mikey Madison for Anora, and Demi Moore for The Substance. What a wonderful lineup of actresses here. For this category, I'm going with Demi Moore. She won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. She gave an unbelievable speech, one of the more memorable speeches on the Golden Globes. That just shot her up the odds in the Best Actress category. She has since won more Critics' Awards after the Golden Globe win. It makes so much sense that she'll win here. The Substance, I believe, got 7 nominations here, which is a pretty good showing. So I feel good in predicting Demi Moore. I'd love to see her win. She gave such a great performance. She has a great narrative, too. If anyone was going to beat her, I would say Mikey Madison for Anora, because she has the most Critics' Awards out of anyone. And I feel like the critics might want to reward her for the Critics' Choice Awards. It might not mean she'll go on to win the Oscar, but I think this is Mikey Madison's best shot to win an award. And Anora did well here. It's done well everywhere in terms of nominations. So I definitely think it's between the two of them, but I'm giving Demi Moore the edge, and I'm hoping that she wins. For Best Supporting Actor, the nominees are Yuri Borisov for Anora, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Clarence Macklin for Sing Sing, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, and Denzel Washington for Gladiator 2. For this category, I'm predicting Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Kieran Culkin is just the overwhelming favorite. He won the Golden Globes. He's won an unbelievable amount of Critics' Awards. It just feels like he's sweeping all the way to the Oscars. I have faith that he will win here congrats, Kieran Culkin, on your Critics' Choice Award for Supporting Actor. For Best Supporting Actress, the nominees are Danielle Deadwyler for The Piano Lesson, Anjanou Ellis-Taylor for Nickel Boys, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Margaret Qualley for The Substance, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. As for who I think is going to win, I'm going with Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. She won the Golden Globe, gave an amazing speech. I think that was the start of a sweep. I think the supporting categories are pretty locked up as of right now for the Oscars. I feel like maybe things could change with supporting actress. There's been some things in the news about Emilia Perez, a lot of controversies about it. I hope that doesn't hurt Zoe Saldana because she gave a great performance. I definitely don't think it will hurt her here. The voting for the Critics' Choice winners closed several weeks before these controversies came up. So I think Zoe Saldana will win this category. And so I'm happy to predict her, and I'm hoping that she gets up there and gives another great speech. For Best Director, the nominees are Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, Sean Baker for Anora, Edward Berger for Conclave, Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, John M. Chu for Wicked, Coralie Farjat for The Substance, Ramel Ross for Nickel Boys, and Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2. This category feels like a no-brainer. I'm going with Brady Corbet for The Brutalist. He won the Golden Globe, gave an amazing speech. That movie is just such a huge directorial achievement. To make a 3.5-hour movie like that and actually make it engaging for the whole time is such a feat. And I just feel like he's going to sweep this season. And so I have no other things to say about this category except congratulations, Brady Corbet, on your Best Director win at the Critics' Choice Awards. For Best Original Screenplay, the nominees are Anora, September 5, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, The Substance, and Challengers. I'm predicting Anora to win this category. Anora had such an amazing screenplay, hilarious screenplay, laughing the entire 2 hours of that movie. I feel like Anora is going to win most of the original screenplay wins on the way to the Oscars, which I'm happy with because it's a very deserving win. My only pause here is that I feel like maybe The Substance could win. The Substance is like the cool movie of this year, and I don't know. I just have a feeling that it could win screenplay here and like kind of shake up that race. The trajectory of The Substance reminds me a little bit of Promising Young Woman a few years ago, where it was on the bubble before any nominations came out. Then when it was like overperforming at a lot of ceremonies, it was getting predicted to win more things. Definitely was a major actress contender. Got 5 Oscar nominations. Both films got 5 Oscar nominations. 4 of which were in the same category of picture, director, original screenplay, and actress. The reason I brought up Promising Young Woman is because it won this category at the Critics' Choice Awards a few years ago, and that was a start of its run for winning Best Original Screenplay prizes all the way to the Oscars. Whereas people were maybe predicting that The Trial of the Chicago 7 would win because it won the Globe, and Aaron Sorkin is a very well-established, well-respected screenwriter, whereas Emerald Fennell was kind of new. I just see a lot of similarities with the two films. So, I don't know. I feel like The Substance could win, not because it has, like, the best dialogue. A lot of that movie is, like, a lot of not talking. There's not a ton of dialogue in that film. But it's just the idea of the original concept that I feel like could make it win. So I definitely think that one's in second place. I don't know. In my head, there's just something telling me maybe The Substance could win here. But I'm still going with Anora. And I'm confident that it's going to win. But if The Substance won, I'd also be happy. But I'm sticking with Anora. So we'll see what happens on Friday. For Best Adapted Screenplay, the nominees are Emilia Perez, Wicked, Sing Sing, Nickel Boys, Conclave, and Dune Part 2. Adapted Screenplay is a done deal. I'm going with Conclave. Peter Strawn won the Golden Globe in a surprise. It's definitely the strongest screenplay here by far. I don't know if Conclave is going to win any other awards, so it just makes sense that it would be taken care of in the adapted screenplay category. So I have no doubt that Conclave will win this category here and all the way to the Oscars. If anything could upset, I would say Nickel Boys, because Nickel Boys won a lot of critics awards for adapted screenplay. I feel like it's a big critics favorite, and it would be so great to see that film recognized and get some awards recognition, because it probably won't get any more all the way through this award season. So I'd be happy to see it win here, but I have no reason to doubt Conclave at this point. It's very strong. Got 11 nominations here. So, Conclave, congrats on your win here. So that concludes my predictions for who I think is going to win at the 2025 Critics' Choice Awards. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. Let me know in the comments what you think about my predictions. Let me know about your hot takes this award season. Who do you think is going to win? Who are you rooting for? Any and all comments are appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Award season is coming up hot and heavy. We got Critics' Choice this weekend, BAFTA's the weekend after, SAG Awards the weekend after is the Oscars. We got such a busy few weeks coming up. I'm very excited. Tune in to the Critics' Choice Awards this Friday, February 7th on 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. Thank you all again for tuning in. Take care, and I'll see you next time on the Awards Gambit.